This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
And Samantha Croy is exploring the great outdoors, and she's trying her hand at fly fishing. Good morning, Samantha.
Thanks, Ella, and good morning, Heartland. I'm in Moravia, Iowa at the Honey Creek Resort and State Park. Last week we were learning a little bit about kayaking. The week before that we were doing some stand-up paddleboarding, and it's a little bit too cold now for, water sports. So we're going to try something a little different. I have Jacob Ahee here with me, who is the naturalist here at Honey Creek, and we're going to do fly fishing.
Fly fishing, yep. So it's a little bit different than regular fishing like those gentlemen out there are doing. It's different equipment. It's much, much longer than a regular fishing pole. It's a lot lighter equipment. And then the fly itself, which we just have yarn right here for now, is really, really light.
Yes.
So in order to cast that out, you actually have to use the weight of the line to carry it. We have a little help from the wind today, but this green line is actually weighted and floats. And we're going to use momentum and the weight of this line to actually get that fly clear out there to the fish.
Now, how popular is fly fishing?
It's not as popular as standard fishing, but it's just kind of for more people that are trying something new. They're kind of bored with regular fishing. And it can be pretty rewarding. You can actually catch a lot of panfish, bass, catfish, anything. Catfish, you have to be pretty lucky, but anything that's on the surface will take different flies.
And now it is a little bit more advanced, so you have to practice.
Yep, practice makes perfect. But yeah, you have to vary your technique with different obstructions behind you, different wind, but it works pretty well.
So can you just explain to me how people go about fly fishing? Then when we come back, we'll give it a whirl.
So essentially what you're going to do is you're going to pull out a bunch of line, have it sitting, this line floats, have it sitting in front of you, and then you're going to use the momentum of the pole and you're going to let that line slide between your hands. So basically that carries your line further and further out. Once you think it's to a spot that you want, you just let it fall, and then you're going to pull the line in slowly with your hands. You don't reel it in like you would a regular pole unless you have a fish on. And then these are really flexible poles, so even small fish are going to feel like they're big because the pole moves a lot more. So.
Interesting. And you want to make sure to have an open background behind you.
If you're not going to wade out in the water, and especially around ponds and stuff, you want to make sure you don't have trees, weeds behind you, because it'll get caught pretty easily.
Wonderful. Well, then when we come back, we will try out fly fishing.
Sure.
All right. Good morning, Heartland. We'll continue right after this.
Welcome back. As you know, Samantha Croy is getting a lesson in fly fishing. Let's see if she caught anything. Good morning, Samantha.
Thanks, Ella. If you're just joining us, we are at the Honey Creek Resort and State Park here in Moravia, Iowa. We're learning how to fly fish, and I'm here with Jacob Ahee, the naturalist. So let's go ahead and you demonstrate first, because I've never done this before.
Okay, so the line floats, so I'm going to let it down here in the water.
Okay.
I'm going to let the weighted line slide through my hand, and then there's tippet at the end, which is just basically clear monofilament. So that's just so the fish can't see your line. So you basically just act like you're painting a ceiling. So you just kind of go forward and backwards, and each time I'm doing that, more and more line is coming out. And when all of my line is gone, I just kind of let it hit out there. So you want it to be in a straight line clear out there. You can see the green weighted line, and then further past that would be the clear line and your fly, and hopefully a fish would bite it. We don't have hooks in right now, though.
So what is the most important part that a beginner maybe should keep in mind when trying this?
It takes a while to get used to. It's really different, and even the worst cast can still catch a fish. So
Perfect.
as long as you get it in the water, there's still fish. So.
All right, so let's go ahead. I guess I need to throw this in. Right?
Yep, throw the line down in the water there.
It's clear, I can't even find it.
So you can catch newscasters with this too.
All right. Okay, so that's in the water too.
Yep. This goes in your free hand.
Okay.
And I'm going to stand back.
And you were telling me earlier that if you're with someone, you want to kind of be a little bit of a distance apart.
It's basically a whip. So
yes, you don't want to get hit with it. Okay. Slowly,
It's getting there.
I'm reeling in
there
some of
it goes.
this.
Perfect.
Look at that. I bet you I could catch something even with not having a hook.
Do it. Let's see it.
Yeah? Well, I mean, we might have to be here a little while.
Yeah, you did it very well. So
Now,
you can see it's just a little bit more work, but you know, it's kind of rewarding when you get it to go out straight in front of you like
yeah.
that. So.
And now, in your experience, how often do you catch something?
Well, okay, so there's a reason they call it fishing and not catching, because you're not guaranteed to catch something every day. But when you do, and after you put all this work in, it's just that much more rewarding.
Perfect.
So, yeah, not always, but hopefully some of the time.
Well, thank you so much for joining me this
No problem.
morning. And I am now a fly fisher. Ella will send it back to you.